How does a cricketer go from a national hero to losing everything with one bad decision? Some cricket careers did not end from injury or bad form. They ended because police, courts, and bans stepped in. Famous names fell in front of the whole world, and lesser-known players disappeared almost overnight. Hansie Cronje was South Africa's captain and one of the most trusted faces in the sport. In 2000, everything collapsed after match-fixing allegations.
Certain mafia gangs based in Gulf countries, they have been heavily betting on cricket and manipulating the results. In one of the monitorings of the cell phones, we found that it was Hansie Cronje's voice. He himself was in conversation with one person.
They were able to pinpoint where the conversation was taking place and identify the person Cronje was talking to. He was a prominent Indian bookmaker.
Cronje told him that he's in room 346, and subsequent investigations confirmed that the conversation was between Hansie Cronje, who was in room 346.
Cronje was heard to say that he'd spoken to 3 South African cricketers and had a plan for fixing the game. According to the transcript, the bookmaker says everything's according to plan. They have to score at least 250, and if you score 270, it's off. Okay, says Cronje.
Cronje admitted taking money connected to bookmakers.
I gave everything for my country. Yes, I accepted money from bookmakers. Yes, I was trying to feed them information. Yes, I spoke to the players before the match in 1996. But I promise you, every time I walked onto the field, I gave my all for South Africa.
And was later given a life ban from cricket. His fall hit harder because he was not just a player. He was the leader, the public voice, and the person fans believed in.
People were absolutely speechless. It was as though the entire country came to a standstill. And of course, most South Africans, given that Hansie had been such a hero, such an icon, such a symbol, didn't want to believe that any of it was true.
In 2002, Cronje died in a plane crash, only a couple of years after the scandal. Alex Hepburn played county cricket for Worcestershire in England. In April 2019, he was convicted of oral rape after a retrial, then sentenced to 5 years in prison. The case became widely known because private messages were shown in court, and the details made the story even darker.
Alex Hepburn is charged with raping a teammate's date, just a few days after setting up an English summer sex game. Worcester County Court was told he'd started a WhatsApp group called Stat Chat. The aim, to have sex with as many freshies as possible and record name, age, black or white, rate out of 10, your performance out of 10, condom or no. Excited as lads, he said, may the best man win.
After that, his pro-cricket path was basically finished. Mohammad Azharuddin was an India batsman and captain. In 2000, match-fixing shook Indian cricket. Azharuddin was given a life ban by the BCCI, and his international career ended right then.
Do you actually have evidence that Azharuddin did fix a cricket match?
Yes, in fact, Azharuddin himself has accepted before us that he fixed matches. M.K. Gupta has told us specific matches which he fixed, and he gained money.
Azharuddin may have made a police confession, but refused to admit in public that he'd done wrong.
I totally deny these allegations and treat them with all the contempt they deserve. I am innocent and I am ready to face any investigation which the Cricket Board may initiate in this matter.
In 2012, a court removed the life ban, but by that time, his top-level playing days were already gone. Even if a ban changes later, the lost time does not come back. Chris Lewis played international cricket for England. In 2009, he was jailed for 13 years for smuggling liquid cocaine into the UK, hidden in fruit juice cartons inside his cricket bag.
How did you even try and justify your actions to yourself?
There isn't
I haven't really tried to justify it. What I'm saying is that was so poor. No excuses. That was so poor. That was so poor of me. It's more about trying to actually accept it and looking at it myself and going, how did you yourself get into that place? How did you think that that was acceptable to do?
Stuart McGill played Test cricket for Australia. In May 2025, he was sentenced to an intensive corrections order and served in the community after being found guilty of involvement in a cocaine supply case. The court ordered 495 hours of community service and supervision conditions instead of prison.
Once a leg spin star, now criminal, spared jail. Stuart McGill sentenced to 1 year and 10 months to be served in the community over his role in a drug deal underneath his Neutral Bay restaurant in 2021. McGill was found guilty by a jury of helping set up the deal when he introduced his dealer to his partner's brother.
Even without jail, a conviction can ruin the second career many ex-players want, like coaching or TV work. Heath Streak was a former Zimbabwe captain who became a coach. In 2021, the ICC banned him for 8 years for breaking anti-corruption rules, including sharing inside information and linking people to a corrupt contact. The ICC said he admitted the charges.
You know, he has admitted the offence. He's always liked a bit of cash. He's always had a weakness. It reminds me of Hansi Cronje and his self-confessed love of money. Now, there were reasons. I mean, him and his father run an enormous game farm just outside of Bulawayo with enormous costs. And let me just tell you, Heath has not been coaching for the love of it. He's needed the income, I can assure you. And so an 8-year ban, it's going to have enormous repercussions and consequences. I mean, he has made a catastrophic mistake.
It shows a hard truth. Even after retirement, cricket can still take everything away if trust is broken. A cricket career can take years to build and one decision to erase.